together for Yes the Poet.
Hey everybody, wow, you all look so great. Thank you for coming tonight. I wanted to write something new about Courage and Hope like a month and a half ago when I was told about this show, and instead, no, but in all seriousness, instead, because I started college again, because now it's free for low-income students, and I'm low-income AF. I started, and like OSAP wanted me to get diagnosed or whatever by a psychologist, so I did that, and like I formally got diagnosed a week ago today, but that process took a month and a half, and also all of my emotional energy. So instead of that, I'm gonna give you this poem that I wrote last summer, and it's called This Rage is an Ocean. When I started doing spoken word, I didn't write about my anger. I'm very angry. The world sucks. But every time I did poems that were vulnerable and sad, men would come up to me and be like, wow, you're real mad, huh? And I'd be like, yeah, you know, that thing about how I'm so sad that I can like barely handle it is so angry. So I think it's like really important to like sit with our rage. I think it's a really courageous thing for like, especially people in feminine bodies to do, especially people in racialized feminine bodies to do. I know that this land specifically makes it really hard for like Black and Indigenous feminine people to have a life, let alone public feelings. So like me being like a light-skinned Latinx human, it makes it really hard on me, but I think it's really important to acknowledge that it's like, it just gets progressively worse. For all of us, it sucks here. Anyways, this is the poem. I watered down my rage for so long that it became an ocean. I did it in hopes that someone would finally hear the drowning. I've always been salt water. The salt has always been the most palatable thing about me. They have never had the stomach for my rage. They saw my ocean and mistook it for a backyard pool, took a piss in it and looked on in awe as the water turned red, deep. This ocean has always been blood because it is what the rage comes from. The outpouring of blood on concrete at borders and oceans. They watched us swim to safety and called it an invasion, called the lifeguards over just to watch us drown. I've been choking on this rage for as long as I can remember. They say this is why they did not hear the cries for help. They say I sound so angry when I am dying. I watered down my rage and they took a pound of flesh anyway, used it as bait, waited for the thirst to kick in and watched all this body be eaten alive by the current. They say our queerness does not exist, that we are binary zeros and ones instead of crashing waves, instead of heartbeat. They say we cannot build a home here, or that they will evict us when we do. They say our men do not need to learn to swim. They say this as though they are not the ones throwing them out into open water, into the Atlantic and all that history. They say our women deserve to drown, or that this is the natural state of things. White boats in a lazy river made of brown skin. 1,000 hearts beating in unison for nothing or for everything or for the sake of beating. They are happiest when it is for the sake of beating. They are happiest coasting on an ocean of blood. They saw this rage and called it too much. Saw this ocean and tried to bottle its spring water, tried to swallow it whole so that we would be less. They called this body of water too much and ran with it as fact, as though there is such a thing as too much water, as though that we do not see them all dying of thirst. This rage is not too much, but it will never be enough. This rage is boundless love, and falling in love with this body and this heart and this blood and all the times it has been choking on itself and everyone I've ever loved is drowning in this rage. This rage is an ocean. Thank you.